Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone. I have a website titled Mobile Audit Club. I am a former San Francisco resident. I was a bank examiner there. I was almost killed after working at the federal agency, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Had reported money laundering and murder. A regional director was killed in his office in San Francisco around the early 90s. An attempt was made on my life in 2001. The reason I'm stopping by to say hello here is that I want a visa to get into Iran. If you happen to know anyone who would sponsor me to get that visa, I want to look at Iran because I'm thinking of relocating out of the United States. I was a forced torture victim. I also believe some unknown medical procedures were done against myself. I have not felt right for years since I was first abducted in 2001. There were other veterans who were injected. I was the only bank examiner I know who was injected and tortured. Of course, the other bank examiner who knew about this is now dead. I was forcibly injected at Los Angeles Veterans Administration in 2001. I have proof of this at the Mobile Audit Club website. That's MOBILE Audit Club. Look for the continuing problems link. Like I said, I am seeking a sponsor to get into Iran. The reason I just want to look at the place, and I have absolutely I have no malintent towards anyone in the Mideast. I think the Iraq war was a mistake. I think the attack on Afghanistan was a mistake. To put it as one veteran told me before then I was released from being held on 8/12/2001. As one veteran told me when I was released after the injections and torture, actually the incarceration all still continued. But one veteran told me, he said, remember, they drew first blood. And you must remember that in the event of a global war, you really do have to ask who drew first blood. I have never drawn blood on anyone. I was forcibly injected and tortured. I have been told they injected chemicals into me. I do not know what they were. They actually did MRIs and CAT scan of the head. We cannot trust the Veterans Administration. I do not go to VA hospitals. I will lay down in the street dead. My career was ruined. I would not mind working for the Iranian government in some sort of capacity between the United States and Iran. I don't think that'll happen. In the event of a global war, I am thinking of trying to find which side I want to be on. I no longer see the regime in power in the United States as being an ally of our people. Of course, I would not want to attack the United States because I have family here. However, I would not mind seeing the regime get completely cut off. We have no chance of survival if they're going to attack human beings, both in the United States and over in the Mideast. The only other place I know where they do these kind of injections and torture is in China. I would rather be executed than to be forcibly injected and tortured. Like I said, I've been made sick by the stress. I've been attacked ever since I reported money laundering and murder. It has to do with the proliferation of casinos in the United States under the current regime. They have spread everywhere. What they do is the gambling revenues are highly taxed, and what they do is the casinos take out some of the gambling revenues and do not report it, probably the majority of it. Then they have to get it into legitimate channels so they can use it in legitimate business purposes. And what they do is they have FDIC insured banks, and likely banks that are regulated by the Treasury also. I never got to look at the Treasury that close. I work for the FDIC, which is a smaller banking regulatory agency. However, I learned that we are corrupt. They are corrupt to the top. I very much admire the Iranian people and their dance and your right to your own culture. I hear many slanderous terms nowadays, and you'll notice that anytime the regime goes to war with anyone, all of a sudden they start calling people names. Let's see. For Vietnam, they call them slope heads, slant heads, Charlie, things of that sort. Now in Iran, they're calling people Hajis, or in Iraq. In Iraq, we're calling Hajis. When they start attacking here in the southeast, if they ever attack me, I'm sure they'd be calling me a redneck. There's a name for everyone in the world. I admire your dance, ladies. It was very beautiful. I miss San Francisco very much, but I've been pushed out of there, and I could not get another job. So right now, I am in Alabama. I plan on leaving the United States regardless in the coming year. I am looking for a new home. In the event of a global war with the current regime, I believe it will be a technological war. Protect your youth, protect your children. The drugs coming from the regime cannot be trusted.